All right, people. Good to see you, Ken. Cedric.
Hey, Jonathan. How are you? All good?
You okay?
Yeah,
Yes.
busy days. Busy days.
Good. So wherever you are joining us from, this is our second AMA session, and we are going live on YouTube and on LinkedIn, Twitter as well. Everyone is going live on their accounts. Feel free to let us know where you're joining us from in the comment section. Let's give it 1 minute and then we'll kick this off.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. So you say you cannot see comments? All right, people. Wherever you're joining us from, welcome to our very second AMA session. And this one is basically us going over our products. Today we have Cedric, and we also have our guest, which is King. King is part of our community. He's going to introduce himself, tell me about what he's working on, and then we can jump straight into the AMA session. So basically, what we do is that we're going to demonstrate our products, the new AI agent we're going to launch, and Cedric going to answer some questions which have been sent to us by our community. He's going to answer them, and the same goes with King. Then King is going to tell a little bit more about his community, what he's working on, and how that tied down to artificial intelligence. With that being said, we want to say a very pleasant welcome to our very second AMA session. So over to you, Cedric.
Great. Thank you so much, Jonathan. So it's very good to have everyone. Okay, and I see the chat is starting to work. Okay, great. So I see Philomena is here. Hi, Philomena. Please, before we start, so for everyone joining the live, if you can write maybe your name and where you are joining us from, it would be nice to know. The idea for us today is actually to show the new iteration of the platform, what we have been working on, and to deep dive a bit more, and also to hear from Ken as well during this session, who has been one of the community members from very early. So Jonathan, what do you suggest? Should I deep dive in the demo first?
Yes, Cedric, let's jump straight into the demo, and then right after the demo, we'll introduce Ken, and then we'll go to the question and answer.
Okay, perfect. So let me do the demo. I will share my screen, and I think you need to, when I share, you need to bring it
Absolutely.
on stage. So I will share my entire screen. Okay, I'm sharing right now.
There you go. You're on stage.
Okay, perfect. So we have done quite some work, and actually the key change is that we initially had one agent, and now we have teams of agents. So we had one agent, and now we have around 10 agents, which are working together as teams. So one fundraising team, one communication team, and one team on impact reporting. Okay, so it was quite a lot of work actually. We got a lot of feedback from the community. So thank you everyone who provided feedback. I also connected one-on-one with some of you. It was great to get your insights for everyone. So what I will do, let me actually start from scratch again and log in as a new user to show everyone step by step how it works and how to do it. So I will create a new account with this new mail ID. I can sign up here. I choose a password. And maybe in the meantime, Jonathan, if you see any questions, feel free to interrupt me. uh,
Oh yes, yes,
because
Cedric, I will let you know.
I don't see the comments in
So
the
while Cedric is logging in, if you do have any questions, please feel free to leave that in the comment section, and we'll be happy to bring it upstairs to him.
yeah. And you can see the Jonathan I see in the WhatsApp group from Gerrit. He's waiting for letting be in. If you can
Good.
check on
So
WhatsApp.
we have our colleague Olive is in a WhatsApp group. You'll bring all questions to us directly.
No, but he's not able to join actually. It's several people. Check the WhatsApp group actually.
Daniela is asking whether the platform is still active. Yes, it is active. You can log in.
If you can uh, if you can reply on the WhatsApp group.
Okay.
I think some people are trying to learn to join from Zoom and they are stuck.
Let me just paste the link there.
Okay, I see Gerrit is in right now. Welcome, Gerrit. Thank you for all the feedback you have given also as part of many of you. It was very useful. So I'm creating a new account, and after I will show the key things. So I'm actually in France. Okay. Yeah, actually, I want to put my phone number. After, so the key information is quite the same, quite similar to what we had before. I have to choose an existing organization, which I know well. It's called Industry. They do bamboo plantation in India, a very great job. So I will use their um, profile. And just to mention that information provided in the demo is not linked to their actual information, just to be clear. Web-based NGOs supporting farmers developing bamboo plantations. Okay, so I can now something a bit new. So we can upload a report if we want to upload an annual report or an impact report. So we can upload documents so that the agent will be able to go through it. I will add the website, which is here. Okay, we have it here. A year. So we got some feedback because it was not going far enough. So now it's going until early 18th actually. So which is great. So this one is in South Asia, in environment. I continue fundraising. So here we did some change. You have to indicate the fundraising amount. I will choose 1 million. Again, it's only for this specific demo. I will say buying seeds, equipment, staff cost. So you see that all the costs we need to include in the 1 million. What is the actual source of funding? I will say corporate sponsorship. I want the funding in short time. And here you have the possibility, to add any comment so that the agent will integrate the information as well. So it's really, you can provide more qualitative information. Here, we provide information and stuff, and we complete the profile. So, okay, so now it's working. One thing which is very important is the first step is actually to create the fundraising strategy report, which was not working last time for some of you. But here, this is really the first step to get in the platform, because the fundraising report actually will enable the agent to collect information and to do the research. Okay, so this is the first agent doing it, and it takes up to 5 minutes maximum to be able to go through the information and to do the research. Okay, so while it's doing it, what I will do, I did create an account right before, so I will use it just to show you how it works. Up once it's the 5 minutes have been we have been through. Okay, so this is a dashboard. So we have the teams, as we mentioned. So before we had only one agent. Now we have 10 or 11 agents, and we have several teams. So one team for fundraising, one team for communication, one team for impact reporting, and very soon we'll have an admin team to work on administrative things. So I will go one by one. I will try to go quickly so that everyone can see very quickly what we are having. So fundraising team, we have 6 agents. So one is a fundraising strategy agent, which is similar to the one we had before, which is actually providing the fundraising strategy report. So based on the information that we have provided. So here I mentioned 2 million before, but it's a bit different. And so the agent will analyze information about the NGO and will provide a key donors based on the profile, of the NGO to go to. Okay, we provide some analysis of the landscape and some market analysis. Oops, sorry, some market analysis, a SWOT analysis as well. What are the strengths? What are the weaknesses? What are the opportunities and the threats for the NGO on fundraising? Uh, Potential timeline and final recommendation. So it's like a full-fledged documents that we can even download, or we can have it, sorry, have it in PDF. So this is it. So this is the first agent, only the strategy report, right? After there is one more agent, which is coming up very soon in the next 2 weeks, which we call it the Grant Opportunity Scanner agent. So this agent will actually push opportunities for grants that are in the market and for which you can apply. And it will be tailored for your profile. So this one is taking a bit of time to develop, but within 2 weeks we will have it. I think it will add a lot of value because each NGO will be able to know really in the market, based on public information, what are the different grant opportunities for everyone. Donor research agent. Here it's a donor to have access to the donor database. So it's loading. So these are all the donors that are in the ecosystem. We are even uploading even more right now, so that you can have access and you can see and review. And if you want to know who are the top donors for your organization, it will direct you to a new agent, Jessica, and these are the donors where you have access to the list, depending on your organization. And for instance, industry is an Indian-based organization, so that's why we have data here. Okay, and if you want to prepare an email, for the outreach, there is again the tool to prepare the email and some contact details. This one we are still working on it, but we have. This is a tool that will be fully developed within 1 week to have access to, to some key profiles within the organizations, to send emails, to reach out on LinkedIn. This will be available. Okay, so this is on the donor side. So who did I forget? So yeah, so 2 new agents still. One is a grant writing agent. So this is an agent that will help you write grant proposals. So I won't go into much details, but you can test. Typically, you write your project title, project type, the information here, problem statement, any evidence, so you can actually upload documents on Google Drive. It has to be a public link, and the agent will go through the data to know more about the organization and get information about the project. And what are the actions of interventions, population scope, and after there are more steps, and it will actually generate a detailed grant proposal in the kind of best practice format we've released the details about what should be included in a grant proposal. So actually, this one is to help you. You can have it in a Word document so that it can be your first draft before developing actually your full-fledged proposal. And I see a question from Gerrit actually in the chat on WhatsApp directly, so we'll address it now. Gerrit is asking, the strategy generation quality will depend strongly on the company website and the input of the text. So this is true, but not only, because I did show in the onboarding, maybe before you joined, now you have the possibility to include documents from your organization during the onboarding. So annual report. So there is, of course, confidentiality and privacy policy in place, but you can actually upload the documents in your, in the onboarding process, and the AI agents will have access to the documents and go through the information. So it's really more powerful now. It's something which will have even more developments, but right now this is how we did address it. And again, very good question from Gerrit, as usual. What is the best way to train the outreach agent on my tone style? So this is not still available. Yeah, it's something that it's not too difficult to develop. We'll develop something. The last agent is related to news. What are the news in the sector? So you can choose depending on climate, healthcare, etc., etc. This one, to be transparent with everyone, right now we are adding manually the news, and within 10 days we are actually creating an agent which will be able to push news from the markets automatically. And there will be an option to push news also which are related or linked to your sector of activities. So this one still work in progress, but the idea here will be that the agent will push news that can be of interest to you in your areas. So yeah, so this is a fundraising team typically, 6 agents, and the good thing also is that they communicate together. So the donor agent will get access to the research agent. The fundraising strategy agent is actually the one giving all the information to the other agents. So this is nice. We also have just a chatbot here. If you have any question, you can ask any question. Work in progress, this one as well, but it's for now it's working quite well. So right now I did ask who should be my top donors, and this is the list of the top donors which have been communicated by the fundraising agent actually. So okay, so this one on the fundraising side, I'll try to move a bit quickly to avoid to try to speed up. And I see again one question from Gerrit on the ownership actually on the data. So yes, so the data we are working on on it so that the data remains within as part of the privacy policy for each NGO within the NGO, and it's not within the data pool for other NGOs or external sources. Very important. So 2 new teams that we have in the dashboard: communication team. So this one, it's a bit to have an easier life around social media, because it's something which is quite takes a lot of time. So if you want to create a post link, you actually mention what you want to write here. It will ask you key questions. So the key message, the target audience, the relevant stories, the supporting data if you want to add data, what is the call to action, if there is any additional context, and you will generate the link. It will come up as text that you can copy paste. On LinkedIn. And there is another agent which is called Marvin, and you can actually create image to be added to your LinkedIn post. This one might take a bit of time, uh, but it will typically generate the image. So you see up. So this is the image that you can add to your LinkedIn post. Again, this is the first cut, but actually I like quite a lot this stuff. So communication, so social media writing, image to create image, and the last one, which is interesting also, it's social media content, because each NGO, wants to act as as a thought leader, and sometimes it's a bit challenging to have ideas or to aggregate information from what's happening around us. So this one is generating every day or every 2 days information related to what's happening, in the world of humanitarian finance, or depending of your sector of activities, so that you can go through it and it give you ideas to post something, right? So, for instance, if I'm in bamboo, which is relating to carbon markets, it could be interesting to write something on plastic and how we do this stuff. And if I click on the link, I have access to the full information, right? So here it's really to help you aggregate information and try to see how you can make the best of it to position yourself as a thought leader. So this is the communication, and after we go to impact reporting, and I will stop here. So impact reporting, again, it's a first cut, but we thought it would be useful for the team to have, for the community to have agents who can help you write theory of change. So we have here Priya, who is actually responsible for it, and it will ask a few questions about the key inputs, main activities, immediate outputs, medium-term outcomes, etc., and generate your theory of change. First cut here. After it will be even more interactive, but this is the first initial agent. And the impact reporting will be even more detailed because it will really focus on the metrics. So you can define outputs, outcomes. You add, the output, the metrics. You can add the metrics with the name, the baseline, current value, etc., and add qualitative information, and at the end, generate your impact report. So again, I think it's something which is, if you want to standardize and to also give access to your team to something that can help them go faster, this is also something useful. And the last one is around admin support. We are working on it, and we will share it within 2 weeks. So it will be anything around research. If you need to research on a specific sector, on regulation, on new countries, etc. And the second one is job description. If you want to hire someone and you want to create quickly a job description, all these type of administrative tasks, which are quite time consuming, we try to create an agent so that you can avoid spending too much time on it, and work on this. All right, so this is the way it looks like. So now we have a team, fundraising team, communication team, impact reporting team, admin team, and the idea will be to, again, to iterate, get your feedback, but yeah, this is much better than the first iteration, and we are going with the flow. So we'll stop here. Jonathan, I don't know if we had any questions already, apart
Cedric,
from.
I want to say thank you for that presentation. It was really good. You touched base on literally everything. And I personally want to say from the end user perspective, if I was the end user right now, I would say that this is a complete way to do good better because you literally have everything in a one platform. If I need a social media content, I just generate that within that same place. I don't need to hire or to get more people. It's like minimal resources, more impact. Thank you so much for that. So we have a couple of questions in the comment sections, and also we have pre-selected questions. Cedric, I'm going to read them over to you so you can provide more context on that. Let me get started with the first question we have here, the one that was sent to our community. Cedric,
Yeah.
So right after this question for you, Sajid, we'll move over to Kane and introduce himself and tell you more about. Sajid, the first question is, how does the new AI agent differ from the first version? So they basically want to know, how does the current one is different from the first version? Is there any improvement, any changes?
Yeah. So first of all, we have more agents because the first one agent it was mainly the strategy report actually. So we have improved the number of agents and also the fact that they can communicate together, which was not the case before. So now we did pivot a bit. We are agents. It was like a few months ago. It's already behind us. Can we have teams really working together to deliver outcomes? So it's really moving from specific outputs we want from AI to what is the outcome we want from AI for our teams. So this is one. And also we did a bit of iteration because I think the we started 1 month ago, the first iteration, and there has been in AI some some development and some new developments from OpenAI, from Google, from cloud. So we did gather all the information, and we are actually evolving with the tools that we get from them. So this is also stronger in the AI because the AI models are stronger. Yeah.
Beautiful. So for the person who sent the question, I hope Sajid clarify your question. Sajid, the next one, this one is quite interesting. It said, will the AI agent integrate with tools we already use, like our CRM or Grant Tracker? Do we have the ability to do it?
So so right now it's not directly connected. It's something we will add. So it's very easy to add, and actually within MZN we already use it because you can actually um, with API connect your own systems with the agent. So the agent will actually call the API to collect data. But this is something that requires a minimum of customization. So we'll be able to deliver Verit for the for our community members, but it will require some customization. So right now we focus on very direct agents that can deliver very quick wins. And the next phase will be to scale with integration into your own IT systems. Yeah.
Beautiful. That being said, Sajid, we have one more question for you. Is there onboarding support or best practice training available to ensure we use it effectively?
Yes, so two things actually. So one is that we will launch very soon trainings for AI agents to use AI agents. So very affordable trainings, and we will launch it around beginning of in 1 month, beginning of September. So it will be quite easy to join a training, and we have someone in our team who is very specialized in trainings and will deliver it. This is one. And the second one is that we will create tutorials by next week for each agent to show how to use it. And by following the tutorial, it should be easy for the users to master the AI agents.
All right, Cedric. So before we jump to Kane and bring him up stage, there's one question that is very branding. I understand that we are going to kickstart this in September. Are there a specific cost that is attached to this when we officially commercialize the product in September?
Yeah, so the idea is really to scale in September. So in August, we will continue to test and to get feedback. Even right now, I see a feedback from Daniel in the chat who's saying that Jessica is not working. I mean, Jessica, the AI agent, Jessica, she's getting this error message. I fully understand. I got it sometimes also. So we will have a look into it. Yeah. So that's why we still need a bit of iteration and testing to be sure it works quite well. And after the idea, it's to launch in September uh, with a paid version. Yeah. And again, for the
Okay.
community, there will be for some free access. We are just trying to see, like, we don't even have a business model right now, to be honest. We are really focusing on the product. So, but for you, for the community, there will be a free access. Yeah.
Awesome. So before we jump to Kane, I want to say wherever you're joining us from, if you're just joining us, this is our second AMA session, and what we do is that we get one person from our community who have used this product to tell us their real life experience. So that's we're not going to be the one telling you how the product works, but somebody who have actually used the product and shared their experience. With that being said, I'm more than pleased to introduce King. King, please introduce yourself, tell our community what you do, what you're working on, and how you've been using AI products.
Okay, hi. Is my mic volume okay?
Right, okay.
Hi, great, thank you. Great to be up. It's early. I'm in the U.S. You
Super
guys,
excited for you.
I sent a message to Ken at 5 a.m. his time this morning. I feel very guilty.
but yeah, I'm Ken Granderson. I'm in New York in the USA, and my organization is called the Black Facts Educational Foundation. It is the nonprofit partner of my company, blackfacts.com, which I established in 1997 as the internet's first Black history search engine. And the foundation's objective is to create advanced, innovative, but practical tech platforms that inspire, educate, and empower people from historically disadvantaged cultures and communities. So I've been a software developer since 1991, and for the past 30 years have been at the forefront of digital innovation as what I call myself an unapologetically Black technologist who's passionate about designing tools that communities like mine need to inform, uplift, and empower ourselves. In addition to the Black Facts system, which is up and running today, please visit. We put Black communities in the United States online in 2002, put the government of St. Lucia online in 2014, and right now have an ed tech system that's AI powered using natural language processing engines, not NLP, because this is in 2017 that I did that. And we're in 14 US states teaching Black American, Latin American, Caribbean, Native American, and Asian American history. And once we grow, we're going to be looking at to cover the African continent. So
Beautiful. Beautiful, King. Thank you so much. So before we jump into the question, I want our community to know that we have a special announcement at the end of this AMA session. So stick around. Cedric has something to tell you, something very special that's going to be very beneficial to our community. So, King, we understand that you've been using the AI agent, and you being a tech person, you understand how these things work. So tell us a little bit how your experience has been so far using our AI agent.
Um, like with all AI agents, so I've been using generative AI for about 2 years now. Mostly for initially for programming, but also for documents, document generation, for research, etc. I have a new business idea that yesterday afternoon and I wasn't even feeling well, so I was laying down half the time, talking to AI and going through iterations of documents, and to produce an executive summary, statements of work for 5 different types of vendors, etc. So I'm very comfortable with and a strong advocate of using AI tools. So when I found out about your offering, I said this is perfect because I'm a tech guy. I'm not a nonprofit executive director. I don't really know that world. So what's been really helpful is sort of laying out an overall strategy. So that, like when I saw the upgrade with the different teams, this is like perfect, because and I imagine with many folks in nonprofits as well as grassroots businesses, you may be an expert in what you do, but just like running a business or running a nonprofit is very different from the work, your vocation. So having these AI agents who can go off and do research and come back with information, that's great. That's the good news. The other side is that just like, with Chat GPT, I call it getting stuck on stupid, where things will hallucinate. And sometimes they say, no, I told you to do this the same way. I mean, a different way. And, start almost wanting to yell at it. But since it's going to control of all of our lives, I make sure I'm polite. so but seriously, there are some glitches. There are um, I haven't found out how to edit things. As a software developer, I'm very tolerant of many things. So I know that there's more guidance that needs to be in your system. Um, some of it may just be messaging that just says, hey, this is how you do this, step 1, 2. For example, I missed my nonprofit is new. So we don't have impact statements and all. So when I saw impact statement, I didn't upload it. And later I realized I probably should have, because I have all these other documents that I've created, and I probably should have just uploaded that so that the tool would have better context. Even from what I did, where I just copied and pasted some text from some of my documents, and I didn't know what my limits were because I filled in a few forms, a few grant applications, and they will usually say 1,000 words or 200 characters. And I will literally copy the form, throw that into the AI and say, answer these questions within these limits. When I was onboarding, I did not have any guidance on what was too much. So things like that would be helpful. And those are the sorts of things that I look forward to being able to share, to say, this was, this would have been a little clearer. All that being said, when I saw the report, it was interesting because it raised or named some potential grant sources that I had not thought about, as well as did not mention, some that I knew, but I didn't know if that was because I did not put in enough information. So having a feedback loop would be really helpful, where if I can update information, that's how I'm used to working with AI. Where I will throw a question, and whether it's like the deep research in Chat GPT will ask you 4 to 5 clarifying questions. Whether if your tools, for example, ask certain clarifying questions, or like in the screens that you showed, where you had a lot of fill in the blank, if you could upload a document there, because I probably already have my version of those. But anyway, I talk a lot, so please jump in and stop me. There are specific things that I have thought about saying, oh, I would love to see this, and this may or may not be the venue, but there are certain possibly real easy things that you're probably already doing that are like, oh, that would be great.
That's totally fine, Kim. And I mean, you just mentioned feedback loop. It's a part of the reason why we are having this AMA session, to collect more feedback from our community. Because Cedric mentioned initially, we are focusing on the product, the quality of the product, making sure that we can be able to do good better. Not just building product because we want to just build products. There are tons of different AI products out there, but we want to make sure that this is something that's actually valuable, not only our community, but on a global scale. And that being said, let's move to the second question.
Mhm.
Queen, what do we have here? We have the second question for you. This one say, do you feel confident about your current list of donors and prospects before using?
No, not at all. I'm new. I don't know how to do fundraising, etc. And again, that's why I'm different people learn different ways. I'm the kind of person where when I don't know something, if I can be given some general steps, that would be great. So I see some potential donors, and that's great, because I may not have thought about them. But having sort of a 1, 2, 3 would be great, would be better. What would be awesome would be the more that the tools can automate some of those, specifically around engagement, because it has been suggested to me that a lot of successful fundraising is based on relationships, or people knowing who you are and being in touch. And so I have some very specific thoughts around that, based on things I've done manually, that if the AI agents could do, would be transformative.
Beautiful. Cedric, you have a question for for King?
Yeah. Yeah, no, no. So actually, first, to start with, thank you very much, Ken, for you have given us a lot of feedback, and we connected around 10 days ago, and it has been very useful for us because from the developer side, we navigate a bit in the dark. We don't know, like, we can spend like 2 weeks in a garage and come up with something. If it's not a good fit, we
It's
just
quite
hit a wall.
different.
Yeah. And so this is one. The second one is also to take a step back and to say I'm very impressed by Black Facts, that your organization, because I discovered when we met. So I don't know if Oli or Jonathan, you can put in the comments, the link,
Yeah, to Black Fun.
blackfacts.com, so that everyone can see, what they do. It's very impressive, especially today with, the who in US.
Don't say it. Don't
I'm
say
not
it.
really- I won't, which is in all the minds every day. It's very impressive, and a lot of respect for what you do. It's very useful. Yeah.
Okay.
Uh, yes, and so we had a lot of discussions, and a lot of feedback from Ken also in the WhatsApp group. So thank you again. Yeah.
Thank you again, Ken. Thank you so much for everything you've done. Ken, before we jump over to Cedric for another question, we would like you to tell us how would you like our community to know about your organization and what value are you bringing to them? Ken, are you
You,
there?
he said, yeah. How would I like?
Just pitch your organization to our community. Now you're in our community. Let them know that hey, this is what I'm working on. These are the values, and I can just tell us. We want to know.
well, the main thing we're working on right now is a project we call Black Facts for Families. So, to piggyback on what Cedric said, not just in the US, in many parts of the world, there seems to be, here in the US, we thought we were immune to philosophies that are not very welcoming, that are not very supportive of everyone, but only those who have already succeeded, often many times through might, not right. And so, our response to rollbacks of support, for social impact and diversity initiatives has been to take advantage of the fact that something that I learned that was life changing for me as a tech person in 1993 was that technology works the same for you no matter who you are, no matter what your positions, philosophies, whether you're trying to just become really rich or touch lots of lives. And so we're in control of the tech, and we use the public internet, and we're trying to take advantage of that to be able to say we are immune to political ebbs and flows. I believe that this message is something that could be very empowering, not just in the US, but in many countries where they've been dealing with stuff that we're just getting concerned about right now. And so the Black Facts for Families tool, the basic idea is to put right into the hands of millions of people from various cultures who are not able to teach their history in schools because of rollbacks, because 70% about 70% of the planet has mobile access. And so, so being able to put something like this on your screen where you have videos about your culture, I believe is an incredibly empowering tool. And as I say, when I call myself an unapologetically Black technologist, I'm starting with sort of my family, but my nuclear family or local family, but I really want to be able to see people of goodwill from no matter where you're from and no matter where you live to be able to benefit from technology. So the Black Facts for Families project is the main thing we're pushing right now as the foundation, doing like a crowdfunding thing and trying to meet partners, potential funders to be able to focus on that, you know. But also, I know it's probably one of the questions anyway, but I don't want to forget this, because with one of the things that AI tools can do that would be very powerful for me and for many other folks, I think also, is that, I am, unabashedly, unapologetically Black, but for many people, they think, oh, is that exclusionary? And it's like, no, it's very inclusionary. And, we're trying to show what people from different cultures have done, not put anyone down. And I work hard to strike that balance and that tone to say, oh, we believe what we're doing is wonderful, but if you go on the Black Fact site, you'll see, we're not angry at anyone. We're not, we're not putting anyone down or saying, oh, you did this. And AI agents are incredibly powerful at copying your tone. And so as we write documents, because also I've been doing this for a while, you can see, right? And there is a narrative around underserved communities where we usually are getting the last of the technology or just dealing with very basic things. And that's not my experience. My experience has been that I've been doing stuff on or before, ahead of the curve. And I want to bring that confidence and that excellence into the conversation. So the idea of being able to have the AI agents understand and speak to that, I think can be great. And other nonprofits, I imagine, who have very, very, complicated political, mazes that they're traveling through, that the tools can be great for that. Okay, sorry.
Thank you so much, Ken. Very big applause for Black Fact.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
We would definitely encourage our community to go and look you up and look at Black Fact up and be part of it. You're doing something fantastic. People would love to try it. So before we jump over to you, we want to tell everyone that we will soon be wrapping up this AMA session. But now the big announcement, Cedric is going to lay that over to you. Cedric.
Okay, should I share my screen?
Yes, please.
Just 1 minute. Okay, can you have the drums rolling, or you don't?
Yeah, the drum roll. Let's do the drum roll.
You can see my screen?
Yes, you're on stage.
Okay, great. So you can see the screen, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So what we decided to do, because with the team we travel quite a bit, we'll do an MZN AI tech tour, and we'll be coming to meet with community members in different cities for the next 2 to 3 months, actually. So what we have on our radar for now is London, New York, so Paris, I'm nearby actually, Nairobi, Singapore, and Kigali, if I don't forget anything. And what we would love is, so we'll go there, we'll have meetups, drinks, we'll meet everyone, we'll do a bit of demo, we'll get your feedback, we will get to know you better, and it will be, I'm sure, very nice to meet everyone. So this is one. And what we are actually interesting today also, or in the WhatsApp group, if you can, if you want us to come to you, and if there is enough, members in the city, we will come to meet you, to show you a demo, and to do some AI drinks as well. So please don't hesitate in the chat if you want to either now or in the coming weeks or coming days, if you want to let us know where you are, and if you are interested to have us in your city, we will come to you. Yeah. So
please.
So we'll share more about this one. Yeah. A lot of travels actually for the next few months, but
a lot. Somebody just said that we're moving on a fast pace. Yes, we're getting this running on a fast pace. And again, as Cedric mentioned, just to reiterate, let us know whether you want to be in your city. Let's talk about AI. Let's talk about NGO. Let's talk about impact. Let's talk about doing good better. So thank you so much for being part of today's AME session. And please feel free to join our community. We do have a WhatsApp community. And if you have not subscribed to our newsletter, you are definitely missing out. Please subscribe to our newsletter, follow us on all social media, and let's connect. Thank you for being part of this journey with us. And King, thank you so much for joining us. We look forward to our next EMA session. One question for Leslie.
Yeah. So actually, yeah, just to mention, September it will be London, New York, Paris, Singapore. 1 week each. Boom,
Kigali.
boom, boom.
Wow.
Yeah.
Leslie, one Kigali did.
And Kigali, so it might be October or November, but for
Yeah.
sure Kigali. Yeah.
So there you go, Leslie. Again, guys, thank you so
Thank
much,
you, Leslie.
and
Yeah.
you have a pleasant evening.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you very much. Thank you.